Okay, are we in? I think we're in. Should be live. Yep, okay, we're live. Perfect, let's go. Let's go. Okay, you can see my face, you can see the screen. I think we're all good. So, we're starting with the next part. I mean, it's gonna be a long book one. There's how many books? 24 books of the Iliad. That is so many books. Can't even comprehend the amount of books. Okay, we got a viewer though. So yes, let me read this thing again, or not, or just let's continue with the translation. So he spoke, and the old man was seized with fear and obeyed his word. Uh, he spoke, that is, Agamemnon spoke to Chryses, and the old man was afraid. Os efate diesen, os efate dicen, Ephata, Ephata, what? Themi. This is, what does it mean? It's just to say, to declare. Mm-hmm. He spoke. Ephate dicen, Edison. Os ephate dicen. Dogieron que epítheto mitho. This is some advanced grammar right here. So he spoke, and the old man was seized with fear. Os ephate, yeah. As he spoke, Edison dogieron. Edison, yeah, the man was seized with fear. He just feared. Dogieron que epítheto mitho. Epítheto. Was persuaded, yes. Yes, I was persuaded by his word. Next, he went forth in silence along the shore of the loud resounding sea. Vidakeon parathina polyphlisvio thalassis. Polyphlisvio. I hate these compound Greek words. It's like reading German. V. This is just he went. Yeah. There's so many words for walking and going in Greek. It's really annoying. Oh, that's also a word for the sound that the sheep makes, apparently. Yeah. V. That's what it sounds. Sounds like in Greek. Let me see. Can you actually see You can't really see what I'm seeing. So this might be annoying. Let's see. Maybe that would be better. Okay, now you see everything. So you see the V, yeah, V, and that means ba, sound that the sheep makes. All right. So now we are back to this page. Hopefully everything is visible. Let me see. Okay, I think it's not too bad. Anyway, where are we? So he went Acheon, silently. Acheon. It's from Acheo. Acheo. Aquí. Akos, no. Acheo, aquí. Silence. Aquí means silence. Okay. Acheo. Para. Parathina. Polyphlisviothalasis. Loud, resounding. Polyphlisvios. Polyphlisvos. Oh my god. Polyphlisvio. And the word is polyphlisvos. Loud roaring. Okay. What is the compound? Yeah, that makes sense. Flisvos. Can you give me the word for flisvos? Oh, there we go. Flisvos. Any confused roaring noise. Okay, I see. Flisvos. Any confused noise battled in. Roaring noise. Flisvos. Does that make sense? Is that an accurate word for the roar of waves? Flisvos. I'm not sure. Well, in the reconstructed pronunciation, I guess it would be ploispos. Yep. Anyway, polyphlisviothalasis. So Thina is the shore. Heap. Anyway, heap, beach, shore. Oh yeah, this is sand, the heap of sand. He went forth in silence along the shore of the loud resounding sea. Oh, that's interesting. I see what he did there. You see, because he's Acheon, but the sea is Polyphlisvos. So there's this contrast Homer is building here. Very, very interesting. And earnestly then, when he had gone apart, the old man prayed to the Lord Apollo. Pola de epite. Which one is that? Epi. After that. Epi. Since when? Okay. So then, yeah. Pola de pita apanefte kion iratho ireos. Apanefte. So after he went away, kion iratho ireos. Kion irath. Kion. Going. Aorist active, masculine nominative. Participle, yes, yes, okay. So going, irath. Ero, take up, raise, lift up. Irath. Ero, irath. Irath, ogereos. This is the old man. Yes, he raised Apolloni, to Apollo. Anakti, to the Lord Apollo. Yes, to the King Apollo. Don Ikomos. Ikomos tekelito. Ikomos. What's this? Evkomos, lovely haired. Tekelito, whom fair haired Leto bore. Don Ikomos. Ikomos Lito teke. Yes, okay. Teke bore Lito. Yes, that's the goddess Leto. The what? The fair haired Ikomos. Evkomos. Ikomos. Lovely haired. Why they say fair haired? Doesn't say she's blonde. I don't know. Hear me, God of the silver bow, who stand over Chrissy and holy Scylla. Okay. Klithimev argyrotox. Klithimev argyrotox. Os chrysin amphivevicas kilantes athein. Klithimev, okay, god of the silver bow, argyrotox. Argyrotoxos. Yes, so he say argyrotox in the vocative. Argyrotoxos with silver bow. What is bow? Toxon. Argyrotoxos. Argyrotoxe. Klithimev argyrotoxe. Os chrysin amphivevicas. Go about. Chrysi. What? Chrysi? Is that the daughter? No? Yes? Who the frickin' frick is Chrysi? An error occurred. Okay. Was that the daughter? I'm not. Can we see? No, it just says the daughter. I will assume Chrysi is Chrysi's daughter. Anyway, stand over Chrysi and holy Killa. Killante Zathein. Very divine. Who is Killa then? Tenediote. And rule mightily over Tenedos, Sminthian god. Tenediote, Ithi, Anassis. Tenediote ifi. By force. Anasis, yes, so you mightily rule over tenedos. Sminthev ipote. Sminthev. Sminthev. Sminthevs. Okay. Ipote. If ever, yes. If ever I roofed over a temple to your pleasing. What does that mean, roofed? Anyway. Smithav ipoteti charientepi nion erepsa, cover with a roof. Erepsa. If ever I roofed over a temple to your pleasing, yes. Epinion erepsa, yes, or if dipote, or if ever I burn to you fat thigh pieces of bulls and goats. I dipoteti kata piona miri ekia. Miri is just a lot, right? Dipoteti kata piona. Kata piona. Fat pion. Miri ekia. Yes, so if I burned kata piona. Something to do with fat, but I'm not sure. Not sure exactly what. Katapiona miri ekia. Tavron, yeah, of bulls. Idegon, and goats. Fulfill this prayer for me. Do de mi krinon eldor. Do de mi krinon. What is krinon? What? Kreno. Ah, this is to fulfill. Kreno. Kreno. Krinon. Eldor. Wish. Eldor. Eldome. Eldor. Eldome. Okay. So what is happening is that this crisis guy, this old man, this priest, he went. So Agamemnon told him off. He didn't want to give him back his daughter, and so he went and he prayed to Apollo. Yes, and he wants. Yes, what does he want? Let's see. Let the Danaans pay for my tears by your arrows. Let the Danaans pay for my tears by your arrows. What does that mean? Well, he wants revenge, obviously. Tisian. This must be pay, yes. Tino. Danai, the Danaans. Emma, Dakria, Sisi, Velesin. For my tears, by yours, Sisi, Velesi. So velos, so missile is the arrow. Velos. Jaculum. These are not cognates, right? Velos, Jaculum. They just mean the same thing. Velos. Eos, to velos. Veli. All right. So he's praying for the destruction of his enemies. That's right. What if I do this? Is anyone watching this? I wonder. So he spoke in prayer, and Phoebus Apollo heard him. Osefatev homenos. So he spoke praying. Tu declie vivos Apollon. Eclie. Eclio. No, Clio is here. Clio. More information on this. Clio. Eclie. Ecliefivus Apollon. Yes, exactly. Down from the peaks of Olympus he strode. Vide Cato Olympio Carinon Homenos Kir. Homenos Kir. Vide Cato Olympio Carinon Homenos Kir. So he went down from Olympus, from Olympic heights, yes, Carinon. Head. The heads of mountains. But is it like the same as Kefali? I wonder. Homenos Kir, angered at heart. What's the word? Home. To be angry. Homenos Kir. Of course, heart. Angered at heart. Bearing on his shoulders his bow and covered quiver. Toxomisin. Echon amphirefea de pharetrin. Toxon. Bow. This is the bow. Okay. Toxomiosin. The shoulder with the upper arm. Almost, yes, on the shoulders. Echon, bearing. Amphirefea. Amphirefea de pharetrin. Oh, what the hell? Not allowed. I'm not allowed to know this word. Apparently, nobody's watching this shit. Pharetrin is quiver. Okay. The arrows rattled on the shoulders of the angry god as he moved. Eklagsandar oisti epomon homenio. Eklanksan. Rattled. Daroisti. Arrows. So another word for arrow. Epomon. On the shoulders. Homenio. This must be the angry one. And his coming was like the night. Αυτοκινηθέντος. As he moved, yes. Odie. Is coming. Nikti. Eikos. As. Alright. Then he sat down apart from the ships and let fly an arrow. Εζέτη επί απάνευθενεών μετά διόν έικε. Sit, έζομαι. Επί τα πανευθενεών after that απάνευθενεών afar off the ships and let fly an arrow. Μετά διόν έικε. Ion Ios. Wasn't it Oistos? Man, so far we've had 3 words for arrow. Ion, Eike, Yakio, Imi. Eike. Terrible was the twang of the silver bow. Vini the klangi yenet arhire yo vio. Vini the klangi. Yeah, so the terrible was the clang. Twang. Clangy. It's funny, yeah. Clang. There's a word like that in English. Yenet. Was it made by? Come into, yes. Ignome. I guess, yeah, made by the Argireio. Vio. Vios. A bow. And bios is life. Vio. The mules he assailed first, and the swift dogs. So Apollo's going for the animals. Urias men, proton, so this must be mules. Epocheto, he assailed, what's the word? Epihome, go towards. Que kinas argus, the swift dogs. Argus. But then on the men themselves he let fly his stinging shafts. Aftare επιταυτίσει βέλος εχεπευκές ευφυής. Yep. Aftar, but nevertheless. Atar. Yes, but then on them, yes, on the men. Velos, was Velos the bow? The missile, okay. Echepefkes, piercing, sharp. Echepefkis, pevki. Pine. Okay. Stinging shafts. Ephes, let fly. Ephes, ephemi, send. And struck. Val. And constantly the pyres of the dead burned thick. Ai, the pire, nekion, keondo, thamie. Yes, constantly the pyres of the dead. Nekion, nekis corpse. Necros, yes. Keondo, burned. Thamie, crowded, close set. Yes, thick, close together, dense. Yeah. For 9 days the missiles of the god ranged among the host. Enimar men ana straton ocheto kila theio. Enimar, 5 days. 9 days, yes. Imeres. Anastraton, yes, on the army, on the host. Ocheto. I think I already had this one. Ichome. Go. Ocheto kila theio. Kilon. They of the god, yes. But on the 10th, Achilles called the people to assembly. Τη δεκάτη δαγορήν δε καλέσατο λαόν Achilles. Δαγορήν, assembly. For the goddess, white-armed Hera had put it in his heart. Togarepi fresi, in his frin, midriff. Yeah, the mind. Fresi thike thea levkolenos iri. Levkolenos iri. Yeah. In his mind, she put, yes, the white-armed Iri. Since she pitied the Danaans, kide togar Danaon, kido trouble. Kide togar Danaon, o tira thniskondas orato. When she saw them dying. O tira thniskondas orato. Yes, when she saw them dying. Yeah. Orato saw thniskondas dying. Kide togar Danaon. So she pitied the Danaans. Kideto. Trouble. Yes, so she was troubled by the Danaans. That's how I would understand this. When they were assembled and gathered together, I depi un igerten omi jerees te genondo. Idepi un igerthen when they came together. Yes. Igerthen omigeres. Assembled and gathered. This is the same thing. Assembled and gathered together. This is the same meaning. Igerthen omigeres te genondo. Came into a state of being. Okay. Among them arose and spoke swift-footed Achilles. Τύση δανειστάμενος μετέφη πόδας οκείς Achilleus. Yes, among them arose Anistamenos, μετέφη, he spoke, πόδας οκείς, swift-footed, quick, οκείς. Πόδας οκείς Achilleus. Son of Atreus, now I think we shall return home, beaten back again. Should we even escape death? Oof. Difficult grammar here. Atreidinin amme palimplanchtentasio. Oio. Jesus. Atreidinin amme palimplanchtentasio. Son of Atreus, now amme, for myself, palimplanchtentas, palimplasome, foiled, driven back. Foiled, driven back. Now I think we should return home. Oio. Presage. So I presage that we will be driven back. Yes. Beaten back again. Ups. Backwards, back. Ups. Aponostisin. Coming back home. I ken thanaton ye figimen. And so if even we escape death, if war and pestilence alike are to ravage the Achaeans, idiomu polemoste dama ke limos Acheus. Dama is overpower. Dama ke limos, plague. So we have war, overpower, and plague the Achaeans. But come, let us ask some seer or priest or some reader of dreams. Alage dina mantin eriomen eriomen ieria. Okay, so but age is ask. No, it's come on. Age. Alage, but come. Yes. The dinamantin the exactness. Dinamantin eriomen, so mantis diviner. Eriomen, yes, ask or a priest. Ieria. Ieria, ierevs. So let's ask some diviner or priest. For a dream, 2 is from Zeus. Ike oniropolon. No, this is not right. Interpreter of dreams. Or an interpreter of dreams. Polon. Polemos. Where are we? Oniropolon. Kegar tonar ek dios estin. Yes, okay, here we go. For a dream, 2 is from Zeus. Oh yeah, or some reader of dreams. For a dream, 2 is from Zeus. Everything's right. Who might say that? Why Phoebus Apollo is so angry? Os ke kipi oti toson echosato Phoebus Apollo. EP say. Who might say? Okay. Os kipi oti toson echosato oti. Why so angry is Phoebus Apollo? Whether he finds fault with a vow or a hecatomb. Itaro Yevholis Epimemphete Idekatomvis. Vow. O Evholis. Evholis is, okay, prayer. Epimemphete. Cast blame upon. Where does that come from? Epimemphome. Memphome, blame. Memphete. All right. Epimemphete idekatomvis, or hecatomb. In hope that he may accept the savor of lambs and unblemished goats, and be willing to ward off the pestilence from us. Eken posarnon knisis egon tetelion if no Ekenpos arnon knisis, wool, wool, savor of lambs. Arnon knisis, steam odor of fat. Egon, yes, of the goats. Teterion, yes, unblemished. And be willing to ward off the pestilence from us. Vulete antiasas imin apo ligon amine. Antiasas imin. Go for the purpose of meeting. Apo ligon. Ligos is ruin. Apolygon amine. Keep off, ward off. All right. I think that'll be enough for today. That was quite a difficult passage here. Yeah, and like and subscribe. Bye bye.